Now, you come back a week later and you decide to do a different scene. It's the same night, it's the same time of night, but now you have 3 people in there shooting with 2 cameras, and you've got to light them. Well, what happens to the room? Everything. Everything changes. So the hardest part for me was we had to create a continuity of lighting so that the audience wouldn't all of a sudden go, how come the room's so much brighter? And then, on top of that, add 2 cameras so that you're working in 2 different angles. I mean, one angle would be perfect. You could remove the ceiling and light from the top so that, we could create this soft top light. But what if the second camera was low looking up at the ceiling? It was the greatest exercise I think I'll ever have, honestly.
Cut it?
Cut it.
Check the gate.
Checking the gate. Okay, gates are good. That's a wrap. Thank you. Guys, the first shot tomorrow. This ball is out.
I don't get blown back though.
No. It's
a
like
flash. It's like
boom. Yeah, exactly. No, it's like a
Get
big
away from
sheet
it
of
quick.
flame, and it goes past you and burns your fucking face off. You know what I mean?
Ready?
Yeah, I just want to see it. And action.
Rolling?
Okay, and
Not yet.
you're a little higher with your left hand, please. A little bit higher and a little bit to your right. Going the other way? Yeah, nice.
Here we go. Roll.
30 frames, speed.
Here we go. Ready and action.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
The whole thing has to be like 5 seconds. So this burn real time.
but in cuts.
No, I understand. Well, no, I'm saying, but I'm trying to now figure out what kind of timing they need to be at. Jared needs to be 1001, 1002, about 3 steps, 3 seconds.
Well, you don't want
1, 2, 3. So we got to stage a master. So in the master, he's got to stumble back. All this shit happens. The thing stops. He's watching this, and he realizes that he's still on fire, and that's when he starts. That's when they grab and throw the shit on him.
5 seconds?
That's what it's gonna have to be about. All we're trying to do tonight is just boom, this thing happens.
Right.
So he's gonna stumble back. 1, 2, 3, bang, boom, it's gone.
Enough.
Yeah.
No problem. We got it. But I know what you're saying. From there to there is how long?
It's not 8 seconds, because that's too fucking stupid.
Also, David.
The 2 places where you could be is watching him, and this thing is now spinning around and the hose is burning. Yeah, it's whipping around. But I think you just, this is like a grenade gets lobbed into the foxhole and you're like, who's gonna fucking somebody do something? Can't you see this thing is burning?
Quiet, please.
Yeah, speed.
Speeding.
And 3, 2, 1. And cut. And say when, Tom.
Hot and ready.
All right.
We are rolling cameras.
On action, Tom.
A-speed.
T-speed.
C-speed. Here we go. Ready and action. Cut it. Reset.
Stand by, guys.
Right here.
Mike, everybody's ready?
We are ready.
Thank you.
Is effects hot?
Effects are hot.
Yeah.
All right. This is the mother load, man.
He actually was on fire with this blue flame mix, and that's how it read. So it was that safe that he can actually get close, up to his arm, forearm, elbow, actually be on fire and still be safe enough to do the scene with the fire all in camera.
Hold up.
Yeah, you're on fire. Oh yeah.
He was happy. He got his stunt pay, I think.
So it's action.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it?
And then immediately from that, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Last one.
Hey man, you're on fire. Oh yeah.
And marks!
Don't you take a tone with me, you jerkwad, because I'll shove it up your ass and snap it off.
Hey, you know what? You're
or a bus driver around. Oh, you live in Flatbush, you don't start spouting some Elmore Leonard shit you heard, because you know what, I saw that movie too.
Notwithstanding the budgetary advantages of 3perf, there were some drawbacks. The movement of the camera and the perforations of the film didn't always seem to jive very well, which created a rather noisy little situation. I think the technology of 3perf is great for television. It really is. But for film, it can provide some rather trying moments.
Say it to my face,
Here comes the smoke.
This one. This one?
It's bad.
We call Larry Hazelwood.
Panavision?
Right away. Hold on, hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Smoldering in there.
Is that bad? I think that the 4 original cast members and David started to begin after a while to feel prisoner to the whole endeavor of making the film The Panic Room and the circumstances that that we were delivered into by Nicole first being injured on the previous film and then collectively throwing our fist into the air and saying hurrah when Jody accepted and came on board. And then again, I think when Jody realized she was pregnant and we all found that Jody was pregnant, and we're thinking, maybe we weren't meant to do this, actually.
Fuck.
So we'll do that. Don't fucking high-speed stuff. Going to the POV. The only other high-speed piece that I will have is them on the stairs.
10-footer here.
You just let me know, man. If there's no reason not to.
On every single scene that was shot inside of this house, every single scene was smoked up. In other words, we put in a layer of smoke. Now the key is to not make it register as smoke. You don't want to see any curves or outlines or anything along those lines. So it had to be atomized. And this is something that David liked because it muted the colors. Any kind of detail, it muted the entire scene and gave it that feeling of the context of the movie. But even in the panic room, we smoked up every single scene. And it was, it was bothersome to the crew, but they got used to it after a while.
Cut it. Is that okay, David, or anything you want me to change?
It's like that line there where you go, what?
I usually don't read a script until I'm done with a film. I just find it a nuisance to know what's going on in the story.
There's more money at stake. I wish you told us this to begin with.
I think I probably should have read it before I decided to do the movie. Yeah, I had no idea it was a comedy. All you need to do is watch Home Alone, and you've got it.
Okay, there's gonna be a lot of blood on this. The convict's gonna pull back. Now take it and just do some drops. Drop. Both cameras simultaneously. Bring up the weather. Hold still, Jared. Little twitching, little bit. Not the eyes, just the lips. And drag. Got it. Check the gate. So we pan him over to here. You see the like that. Right. Now turn, look into the doorway, Tom. There you gotta turn. Now you gotta turn your face around and face Bob. There you go. And go down. No. Once again.
Go Danny.
Yeah, go down. Yeah, I'll tell you what time. Ready? And action. Turn. And go to the door.
That's nice.
What's the dynamic here? The dynamic here is that guy wants to leave and that guy wants him to stay. So maybe that guy didn't want that guy to get shot. Here we go. Okay. Quickly.
All right, picture up. Here we go.
Fucking what? Clown? Idiot? Fucking asshole? Who's a clown now? Me. That's right.
It's difficult to maintain that kind of intensity all day long for 145 days. So you kind of have to figure out how to balance that, because there's a lot of really specific, amazing technical shots that take time to deal with and set up, and you can't sit around just boiling in that.